All right, we are here on the Wretched Shop as the Blight during the MMR test, obviously, and I am so terribly disappointed that the survivor that tried to send us to the game is not getting their wish. All right, 2 survivors here. All right, do I have my power back? Yeah. Okay. There's a way to break pallets as the Blight, and I don't know what it is. I think I just have to charge into them. I am not looping that bus by that with that Claudette. Hey, we hit somebody with our lethal rush. What do you know? All right, it's been a while since we played. Hey, let's get you off that gen there, buddy. A little tinker action for us. If somebody's inside the bus, we can hear them. Nancy, I'm just going to play this normal and hit you normally. All right, tinker off again. All right, we zoomed right by the ace. Hello, ace. No, I love the Blight's mobility. All right, can we get back to that gen and interrupt them? She finished that right in our face. Nancy, we're gonna have to punish that. You can point at me all you want. You finished that gen in my face. Hey, we downed somebody with a lethal rush. That worked out nicely. My guess is they went back to this. Yeah, somebody's back, headed for this gen. No, Fang. Can we get around the car, please? Okay. I don't know if she dead-hearted or what she did, but we got around the car. By the way, Ruin wrecking this gen over here. All right, one of the totems is gone, but not the second one. All right, Claudette was here. We saw her. We saw the Claudette headed there. And which way did they go? We get the rescue, apparently. Why are you teabagging me, Fang? You're not good enough to do that. You better have DS, Fang, or else that's going to be a terrible idea. You got DS, Fang? You do, right? So you teabag me for nothing. Okay. Hey, Nancy. You were the one who was pointing at me earlier, so we have you pointing. We have Fang teabagging. Couldn't get quite around that corner. And we're going to get you here. Alright, we know you're here. Claudette! You're the one who's being so stealthy. You're the one who's been so stealthy this game. That is okay. All right, nobody showed up on barbecue? Oh, you're still injured and sprint burst, I guess? I'm going to tell you what, Fang, for somebody, again, who teabagged me earlier in the match, you just really couldn't back that up, unfortunately. That was like a ridiculously basic mind game you just fell for, and you're now dead. Claudette delivers herself. Interesting. All right, so we have a Claudette who used up her deliverance. And is still injured. I thought we heard her, but maybe we didn't. And we have an ace we haven't seen since way in the beginning of the match who's on Death Hook. Hi, Claudette. Claudette, we could hear you self-caring through that window, if you can believe it. Wow. Claudette had iron will, and we heard her self-caring with the med kit through the window. And I want to point out, where is Ace? Ace has been hiding very effectively. Ace, are you in a locker somewhere? Why do I get a feeling you're not getting the Claudette, Ace? All right, you went and got the Claudette. Kudos. Where's Ace? What's up, buddy? Ace, my feeling is you have been lockering this match. You have been lockering it up in this match all game, I guess. All right, Claudette had DS. Fair enough. But you don't anymore. All right, that is a that is a 4K. That's the 4K is the Blight, and again, we don't ever really play Blight. We played, I think, a pretty decent match. We used his power mainly for mobility, and it worked out really well. We used his power a couple times to get some really nice dash attacks. And we actually downed Nancy with one. We got a couple hits off the dash, not as many as we'd like, and obviously a really good Blight player would have landed far more of those dash attacks. I've played against really good Blight players, and I know exactly how the dash attack can be used really effectively. We used his power mainly for mobility, and using it for mobility was not the worst thing in the world. It helped us get around the map. It helped us get to the gens that had Tinkerer on it. And let's be honest, this is the OP Blight build. Undying, Ruin, Barbecue, and Tinkerer. And when it works, the build itself is going to be really oppressive against a lot of teams, even really good teams. And was this more the build than my play? I think it was probably more the build. But I don't think we played terrible for not having played the Blight. Literally, I think in maybe once we played the Blight maybe once in months, and that was just to get our crown during the anniversary event. But other than that, it has been a very long time since we picked up the Blight. Again, this is the point of MMR. We'd like to play with the Blight. We'd like to get better with him. He's a fun killer to play, but we don't want to do it against ridiculously good survivors, and I don't think these were ridiculously good survivors. Once we pulled the Ace off that gen with Tinkerer, we found that Ace crouching and injured relatively close to where he had been unhooked, and we got 2 easy hooks on him, and then we never saw him the rest of the match. My guess was he was stealthing and hiding, and at the end of the match, basically, we assumed when we downed the Claudette and we didn't see any other scratch marks leading out that he was probably still in the basement. We heard him get into the locker, and that was it for him. So I think he was doing a lot of locker strats during that match. The Claudette, we got fortunate. She had Iron Will, right? Yes, she did. That's the Claudette because she also used Deliverance. She pulled herself off the hook with that. She was hiding inside the building, and if not for us hearing the sound of the self-heal med kit going on, we could just barely hear it, and that allowed us to go in there and down her. But other than that, she almost got away from us with Iron Will. The Fang was one of these two. I'm just curious if the Fang is who sent us to... no, this was the Fang. That was not... The Nancy's the one who tried to send us to the game, which was disabled. But the Fang, the Fang was really cocky. And I feel like we hooked... Didn't we hook the Fang not long after another hook? Yeah, she had decisive. Maybe that means she missed it or she did something else in the meantime. But in any case, the Fang was really quick to teabag us at a pallet that we simply went around when she tried to flashlight blind us and downed her immediately. And when we killed her, it was on like one of the simplest mind games. So my guess is the Fang, at least, not a very particularly good rank player, even though we can't see the ranks. So if that's the case, that's kind of what we would expect as Blight. Since we don't really play him, but hopefully this will be the first of more matches to come. But in this case, we'll take a 4K as the Blight.